Hey, I'm Scott, and I am an American in Bangkok. I'm back from Bali now. Man, let me tell you, Bali is fantastic. I love it. And we will be going back. And by we, I mean my wife and I and my kids will be going there. My wife and I will be going back. And the sooner the better, quite honestly, because we love it there. Fantastic place. And I could see spending a couple of months every year, like when the kids are out of school or whatever, I can see spending time there. So, in case you don't know, I like Bali a lot. Anyway, I got a message from a guy. And by the way, there's going to be quite a few Bali videos coming up. Some people are asking, oh, why do you always do videos about Thailand and women and relationships and visas and stuff like that? Well, because I'm in this to make money. I like helping people, but this is a business, okay? And unfortunately, people don't like my trips as much as they like me talking smack for some reason. I don't know why. Now, let me just show you something. This is a letter I got, and I started to highlight it, but I got to the point where I just went, what's the point? What's the point of highlighting this? Makes no difference to me. But this is an example of an email or a letter or a message that I don't want. The message that I get, that I want, should be about no longer than this. Actually, it should be closer to about like this. Like this, right there. About that big. One little paragraph. That's all. That's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be, it should be like this, in case you don't know. It doesn't need to be like this. A full, long page. I don't need to know your whole backstory. If I do, I'll ask you. Okay? And the thing is now that I'm trying to... I learned a lot from Bali, and one thing I learned is that I need to relax a little bit more and enjoy my life. And while I enjoy answering chowderhead messages, and, I make a buck or two here or there, if you want, buy my book. I got the book behind me. It's called They Call Me Farang. Just go to my website at anamericaninbangkok.com and click on the tab that says Store. It'll take you to the audio, print, Kindle, whatever format you want. And, of course, the link will be up somewhere. But the point is that I need to relax more. I need to chill more. I need to have a little more fun. And while it's nice to get out and do things, I need to remember why I came to Thailand, which was I want to travel. I want to take photos. I want to see the world a little bit. And so does my wife, and this is something that we're going to do. And when I'm answering, 3-page messages, 2-page messages, 5-page messages, and, guys are writing about, please, I really would appreciate you send me a message. Listen, I know you'd appreciate it, but I just don't have the time. I don't have the time or the energy to answer everybody's message, and I'm very sorry, but, listen, time is money. And that's what this is all about, okay? And if you don't like it, that's fine. Don't watch, whatever you want. I don't care, okay? Because I want to do what I want to do, and if you don't like it, too bad. Now, this guy, I'm gonna skip the preambles. Oh yeah, I really like you. I like your channel, all that good stuff. Okay, great. I'm glad you like me. I am interested in going to Thailand soon and becoming an English teacher there with a degree in teaching English. From the research that I have done, it sounds like Thailand is a great place for opportunity and a lifestyle that I want to have. I'm hoping to also run a few businesses on the side, like maybe owning a condo block and renting it out to tourists or locals. These are just a few of my ideas so far. I am 21, soon to be 22. I have a strong desire to learn and experience different cultures and lifestyles. I am a cancer survivor of Hodgkin's disease, so I have started to transition to an all-vegan diet and refrain from tobacco and other drugs. I will be honest with you, I do find Asian women to be very attractive. Gee, why does that not surprise me? I'm just going to continue to read here, and then I'll go back and go over all his stuff. I have dated quite a bit of women here in the States, mostly Latinas, and I am very sexually experienced for my age. Okay, that's a little more information than I need to know, honestly. I have gotten the animalistic urge to have sex with every girl I see out of my system by now, and would like to settle down with someone special. You got the animalistic... I'm just going to keep reading. Okay, it's better I just keep reading all the way through. From watching a lot of your videos, you expressed that I should stay away from bar girls and girls who hang out in a lot of the bars or work in bars. I have started talking to a very cute Thai girl that works in a cafe that serves alcohol. I don't know if it's a bar specifically. I think she said it was a cafe. Yeah, okay. I am friends with her on Facebook, and we talk over a messenger app on my phone most of the time. We have Skyped a couple of times before, but most of the time, she was... let me make sure this is off. But most of the time, she was, what? At a bar when we Skyped. From her pictures on Facebook, she likes to spend a lot of time at bars. What does that tell you, pal? From her, I met this girl on a pen pal website, and we have been talking for almost a year. Here's what confuses me about her. She calls me things like babe or baby, and says that I am lovely and cute when I send her pictures. We have exchanged many photos of each other. From our conversations, I have come to the conclusion that her English is not very good, but she wants me to teach her English for now. I have seen pictures of her with her family on Facebook, and through talking to her, it looks as though she comes from a very hardworking and loving family. Yeah, you can tell all of that. You can't. You can't about anybody. I mean, really. You know, let me fix this here. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I have told her things like I want to teach English in Thailand and that I want to own a farm as well. She says her family are big farmers, so they grow a lot of their own food. Now, this speaks to me because I feel like she has a good heart from what she said. You are gullible, pal. Sorry. However, she has also said that she wants to own a bar for her own career. Gullible! You say stay away from bar girls, but are there exceptions to certain types of bar girls? No! There's not. Not for you. If you're a smart dude, an experienced dude, which, let me tell you something, buddy. You're 21. You are a baby. Okay? You are a baby. You think you know, but you don't know. You say that I have talked to her about coming to the States, and she says she is interested and isn't afraid to work for a living. She has said to me a couple of times. Of course she's not. She wants to go to the United States. She'll say anything to get there. I mean, you know this chick? Jesus. Wake up. You know, I was very relaxed during my trip to Bali, and I get all these messages, and I ignored them. Then I come back, and I'm like, I guess I should, respond to some of these. But you know what? I don't want to respond to them. And this guy, listen, you're 21. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground at this point. I mean, I'll be honest. You think you do, and that makes you even more dangerous because you think you know something when you know very little. I just wanted to get your take. I have never met this girl in person, nor have I been to Thailand yet. I have never met this girl in person, nor have I been to Thailand yet. I just want to get your take on the girl and help me figure out if I should keep talking to her because maybe she's one of those good girl, wife material type of girls. Dude. I've also told her that I want to learn Thai, and she has said that she was bored of speaking her native language, hence her desire to learn English. Yeah. She has shown signs that she is interested in me. Other than what I have stated in this email, I know this girl is not a prostitute or a ladyboy for a fact. I wanted some insight on this girl. So far, she has only met one of the signs that you said I should stay away from. So if you can tell me if this girl is a keeper or just another bar girl, I'd be very thankful. I hope you email me back I am a big fan of your videos. They have helped me out a lot. Have a nice day and keep everything sabai, sabai. Listen, most of the time, Thai people don't say sabai, sabai. They just sabai ma kap or whatever. Now, let me go over this because this is the very kind of email that makes me sick to my stomach. Okay? I was in a fantastic mood. I'm still in a fantastic mood because you know what? I'm going back to Bali. I'm going home to America to see my family, to my mother and my father and my sister and her kids, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward for my wife and kids to go to America and have a good time there. I'm going to go all the way from New York down to Miami, and I'm looking forward to that. So I'm in a great mood. Don't get me wrong. But when I get messages like this, I just think, what kind of a magnet am I to get these kind of messages? Now, dude, you're 21 years old. Most people who are 21 years old, they are about as dumb as a rock. And I don't mean book smart or anything like that. I mean worldly smart. You may think, oh, I got so much sexual experience. Let me tell you something, buddy. Compared to the people here in Thailand, you are like a pee-wee baseball player against an all-star baseball player. Okay? That's where you fall into. That's about where you are on the list of experienced people. You are at the bottom. You know? You may have banged 20 chicks, 30 chicks. Woohoo! Wow. That's about a tenth of 1% of what a guy here has probably slept with and the women that he's been with. And this is a guy at your age who's here. Somebody like my age, forget about it. All right? Really. You just... I digress, okay? Let me see something here. Okay. First of all, I'm going to become an English teacher with a degree in teaching English. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a degree in teaching English. You may have a degree in English, but I don't know anything about a degree in teaching English. Now, I could be wrong. Who knows? I don't have time to keep up with everything everywhere. I'm not saying I'm perfect or I'm right all the time. Thailand is a great place for opportunity and lifestyle that I want to have. You've never even been here. And you can come here for a couple of weeks and go, oh, wow, man, it's just like I thought. It's so fantastic, dude. Yeah, wow, man. Ugh. Wake up. Come here for a year. Come here for 6 months. Start to get to know things. Find out how things work in a business environment. And guess what? You will see that there's a big difference from being a tourist and being a entrepreneur. Especially somebody who wants to, what do you want to do? You want to own a condo block and rent it out to tourists and or locals. Good luck. First of all, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Second of all, you're going to have to jump through some hoops to be able to do that legally here. And you're probably not even going to own, I'm not even really thinking this through, but my guess is you're not going to be able to own it outright. Okay? So, you know. And then the outlay of cash is going to be extreme because you're not going to get a bank loan. Now, props to you for surviving Hodgkin's disease. And now I got to say something. My wife has become a vegetarian. I don't know if she's a vegan or not. I don't think she's drinking milk or having dairy products. Frankly, I don't even know what the definition of a vegan is, the complete definition, because I believe there are certain degrees of veganism. But she has got me to eating more fruit and vegetables and getting away from some of the things like pork and chicken and beef. And I am never going to be someone who is extremely strict in my diet as far as I'm not going to eat something if I think it's good. Listen, I love a good piece of veal, you know. I love a nice filet mignon. Give me a nice, nicely cooked piece of beef. Hey, you know, I'm not going to pass it up. Now, on a regular basis, will I buy that stuff? No. Will I buy pork and chicken? No. You know what? No, most of the time now I buy fish, or I buy scallops, or I buy shrimp. So I have become a pescatarian, however, not in the strictest sense. The other day my wife brought home something, I forget what it was, some chicken, some kind of chicken, and I said, "Why'd you bring that? I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat the chicken." But I was hungry, and I just went, "You know what? I'm going to eat it because she got it for me, and I'll eat it." But most of the time, now she knows, don't buy that stuff for me. And most of the time for dinner, I'll have a salad and that'll be it. Or maybe I'll have soup and a salad, and the soup will be just something that is, like a vegetable soup. Or I'll have a piece of fish and some vegetables, and I feel a lot better, and I've lost a few pounds, and it feels good. But, hey, if she wants to be a vegetarian, great. You want to be a vegetarian, good for you. You want to be a vegan, good for you. It doesn't really matter to me, because you know what? If I feel like eating a piece of steak, I'm going to eat a piece of steak once in a while. I'm not going to completely give up dairy products or eggs or anything like that. I just don't want to. And I don't see myself ever doing that. So anyway, props to you for that. However, I do find Asian women to be very attractive. Listen, you know what? Obviously, you're not as experienced as you think. You know why? Because I find women of all different cultures attractive. That's me. And I would say that a guy who's a real hound, or a guy who is a playboy, or a guy who really, truly loves women, he does not limit himself to Asian women. One genre, one category. I don't only like Swedish women and the way they look. I don't only like Romanian women or Colombian women. I like all women. I just happen to be married to a Thai woman who I find attractive to me, and she's a good woman. So, that's what's important. Now, if you like Asian women, good for you. But I would not predicate making a move here simply on the fact that you like Asian women. That's not going to be enough, buddy. And as far as you got your animalistic urge to have sex with every girl out of my system, dude, you're 21. How is it possible that urge is completely gone? I don't care if you're screwing a chick every night. I mean, I didn't get rid of that urge until I was 50 years old, and I still got the urge. I mean, I don't understand that. So, I should stay away from bar girls, blah, 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 blah. She works in a cafe that serves alcohol. Yeah, guess what? It may be some kind of a little cafe that, or a pub or something, and it's not like a bar per se, like in Nana Plaza. Who knows? I don't know. What does it matter? Honestly. If she's a decent chick, she's a decent chick. But I would just say, you being a complete novice and thinking you know more than you probably do know, you are ripe for the taking, buddy. We have Skyped a couple of times, but she was at a bar when we Skyped. Well, what does that tell you? How many women that you know in Thailand answer the phone all the time and they're in a bar? What does that tell you, genius? Wake up, young man. Now remember, all this is said, for your benefit. You met her on a pen pal website. Jesus Christ. You ever think about meeting a chick in person? What's wrong with that? You don't know this chick. I hate to tell you. You could talk to her for 10 years, and you'll think you know her, and guess what? You go see her in person, and, she does things that you never thought she would do. Like, she might fart, like right next to you and think it's nothing, or pick her nose, or whatever it might be. Here's what confuses me about her. She calls me things like babe or baby and says that I am lovely and cute when I send her pictures. All right, now listen. You send a chick your photo. I mean, granted, if she says, oh, you're lovely, oh, you're so cute. Okay, good. Maybe she's being nice. Maybe she really thinks this. Who knows? It's when she starts calling you babe or baby. I don't know many Thai women who are going to do that when they don't even know you. Okay? Listen, she's trying to latch on, whatever. She's trying to hook up. I mean, you're telling me that she wants to come to America. Blah, 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 blah. Page 2. It should have been like line number 2. I'm done. It looks like she comes from a hardworking and loving family. Yeah, you know what? I know a guy, and I'm not going to say his name. He seems to think that he can look at a girl and go, oh, her eyes are so loving. I can tell she's such a sweet girl. Oh, jeez. You know what I used to do? I used to see a girl from far away, and she'd start walking up, and I'd go, oh, wow, she looks like she's really sweet, and she's so nice. And then she would turn around, she'd have tattoos all over her, and I'd notice that she had all kinds of gold on her, and then I didn't notice, I thought maybe she's a little tall, she had the fuck me pumps on, and I'm like, and then she spoke, and it was like she had gutter mouth. And I'm thinking to myself, when I saw her from far away, she looked so sweet. I don't think she's so sweet anymore. All right, so you don't know what the deal is. I mean, come on. Oh, her family is so loving. How do you know? You don't know. Stop, building this image in your brain, which is what a lot of guys do here. They build this image of, oh my God, this is how she is. Oh, this is your perception. Your perception may be incorrect. I've told her things like, I want to teach English in Thailand and I want to own a farm as well. Well, that ain't going to happen. Okay, you may lease the land, but you ain't going to own the farm. She says her family are big farmers, so they grow a lot of their own food. Now, this speaks to me because I feel like she has a good heart from what she has said. So because she owns a farm and her family grows some of their own food, or a lot of their own food, that this speaks to you, and now she's got a good heart. Dude, come on! This is why I hate these kind of letters. Because you think you know something and you don't know jack shit. Or you presume something. You know, what is that in Bad News Bears? Oh, you assume. Don't assume anything. It makes an ass out of you and me. Yeah, okay. Well, you presume it makes an ass out of you. Let me see here. Okay. First of all, you want to own condos. You want to own a condo block and rent it out to tourists. You want to teach English, and you want to be a farmer. Dude, you got high aspirations. And let me tell you something. When you come here, I think you will see. The chance of you doing all of this stuff is about 1,000%, if you're lucky. I think you'd be lucky just to come and teach English. Okay? You want honesty? I'm going to be honest with you. All right. You say stay away from bar girls, but there are exceptions to certain. Are there exceptions to certain types of bar girls? Well, of course there are exceptions, but not for guys like you. A guy like you comes over, and you believe everybody, and you know what? Listen, a lot of times you're a young guy, so a girl sees you and she goes, "Oh, he's young, he's handsome, oh," and they get involved with you. But then they find out that they're going to have to go through the trials and tribulations that they have to go through with many other people, but maybe you're just more immature and a little more idealistic than they would like, and you might not have as much money, and this and that. I just think that you're setting yourself up for failure. Honestly, I think you're setting yourself up for failure because no, bar girls are not all the same, although yes, they are. They all want money. And if they don't want money, it's probably because they have been jerked around so much that they've reached the end of the line. Okay? But for a guy like you who is inexperienced, who doesn't know jack shit about Thailand, except what you read in books or the hearsay that you hear from people, for some guy who comes over here for a week or two, yeah, man, they're so awesome. Oh, God. That kind of woman is probably not the kind of woman that you want as your girlfriend or your wife. Okay? I would say shoot a little higher. Aim a little higher. Okay? And don't worry about it in the beginning. I had a conversation with a guy yesterday, and he's telling me how he met this girl and that girl, and they seemed nice, but they all wanted this and they all wanted. I said, you know what? Stop worrying about it. Just go out with them, and whatever happens, happens. But don't link your happiness or success or failure to what happens on that particular date. I mean, like, it's nice if you sleep with them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they want to get into a relationship with you. It's nice if you go out with them and they seem smart, but that doesn't necessarily mean that your relationship is going to work. So the only thing you could do is be patient. Give it time. Time is the only barometer of success in many situations when it comes to relationships, especially here. Let me see. So now here's a couple other things I wanted to go into. Blah 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 blah. I've talked to her. About coming to the States, and she says she was interested in it and isn't afraid to work for a living. Okay. I mean, you don't even know this shit. You've never even met her. Oh yeah, well, you want to come to the States, honey? Yeah, okay, as long as you're paying. I've never met this girl in person, nor have I been to Thailand yet. Well, that sentence is that's probably the first sentence you should have wrote me with. Because that would have told me everything. You're not ready to start a business here. You're not ready to get involved with a Thai woman here. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. All of you fucking chowderheads. I'm sick of doing these fucking videos. Okay? You want to fucking do something? Like contribute to my videos that I do where I am on a trip somewhere. Go to Patreon, my Patreon page. It's just patreon.com/Scott Mallon. And if you really have to search, there'll be a link right up here if you can click. And I always laugh when guys go, oh, how do I contact you? How do you contact? Or they go through my photo website. Don't go through my photo website anymore, okay? If you're going to go through my photo website, it should be because you want to buy a photo or you have a question about a photo. That's what it's for. It's not for guys going, hey, man, I didn't know how to get a hold of you. Then you're a dummy. Because the link to my website is right there in my description. The link to my website, you can contact me through YouTube. You can search my name and find my website. It's very simple. And this is the thing. I hate stupidity and laziness. You see? And you can say what you want about me. I don't give a shit. Because you know what? I'm living the life that a lot of people want to live. And you can call me fat and ugly and this and that, and I'm an asshole. Yeah, okay. But guess what? I'm a happy asshole. Right? Yeah. Okay. Moving on. I just wanted to get your take on this girl and help me figure out if I should keep talking to her because maybe she is one of those good girl wife material type of girls. I'm going to say I wouldn't count on it. I would say if you want to keep talking to her, why not? But be smart enough to understand that although she may be a decent girl, she might not be. So don't bank on her being, your one connection to Thailand. Oh, this is my girl now. I really like her. Ugh. A guy wrote me a while back ago, and he goes, I've been talking to this girl for a year. I really thought we had a connection, and then I was going to go and meet her, and she told me, I can't meet you, I'm married. I'm like, and he's like, I wasted a whole year with this girl. I'm like, well, what are you, saying to this girl? Oh, well, yeah, we're involved. Why are you getting yourself into that position where now because you've been talking to this girl, you've invested a year of your time, now you're angry because you find out she has a husband? You see, if you had been doing things properly, you would have 20 chicks on the line. You would be dating as much as possible. And if the girl happened to have a husband, you'd say, bye-bye, see ya. No biggie. And that would be the end of it. No big deal. Keep your options open, man. Yeah, so do I think she's a good girl wife material? Probably not. And at 21, what are you even thinking about that for? I know this girl is not a prostitute or a ladyboy for a fact. Really, how do you know that? You could say you've seen her photos with her family. Let me tell you something, buddy. That may be true. And then again, I know of women who they went home, grandma, grandpa, mom, and dad supposedly didn't know they were hooking, and yet grandma was trying to see how much money she could get out of me because I was with her granddaughter, and they thought that we were going to get married. And she's trying to get money out of me, and she doesn't even know what the status of my relationship, which maybe was I was banging her. So far, she has only met one of the signs that you said I should stay away from. Listen, that's a guide. There could be a girl who has no signs. She doesn't smoke, she doesn't drink, but she's the biggest piece of shit, and she has no integrity. And you getting involved with her is a complete mistake. And there could be a girl who smokes and drinks and she hangs out in bars and she's a wonderful person and she's faithful and she's loyal. You don't know. It's just a guide. Don't take everything I say so literally, please. So can you tell me if this girl is a keeper or just another bar girl? I would be very thankful. Okay, she's a keeper. Why don't you marry her? Invite me to your wedding. Okay? And I'll bring the sin sod. How does that sound? Are you that fucking gullible? Truly. Are you really going to believe me if I say, hey, she's a keeper, buddy? You haven't even met her, you fucking moron. And I call you a moron because think about it. Why don't I just give every dime that I've ever worked for to some guy that writes me and says that the king of his country is going to release $40 million. But in order to do so, I need to pay $20,000 to this particular person. And that guy will give half of that $40 million to me because I give the $20,000 because he doesn't really have it right now. Why don't you buy that swamp land that I've got in the Everglades? Sound like a good idea? In other words, wake the fuck up. And I didn't want to swear, and I didn't want to go on for 30 fucking minutes. And please don't tell me, oh, your blood pressure. One of these days you're going to have a heart attack. Yeah, one of these days I might have a heart attack. And one of these days I might not have a heart attack. But you know what? Just take it with a grain of salt. If you think I really am truly upset about this guy, listen, I turn off the camera, I upload the video, I'm going to Starbucks, I'm going shopping, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to do a little work or whatever around the house and spend some time with the kids. I got no problem. I got a smile on my face and my heels, my toes are tapping. Okay? So, I can't wait to go back to Bali, but for now, I'm going to go to America in exactly, what's today? Exactly 12 days. Woohoo! Yeah, so, thank you for that message. Dude, just, take your time and stop thinking with such grandiose visions of what you're going to do. Why don't you first take the first step? Why don't you come to Thailand on a holiday for a week or two? And then come to Thailand for a holiday for 3 months or 6 months if you can swing it. And then put together a financial plan, a business plan of what you plan on doing and how you're going to accomplish it. And then look at that plan and see how that fits into the legal scheme here in Thailand. And then you'll get a better idea of what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And don't even worry about the chick. I mean, if you come here and bang her, listen, at least you had a little fun, you got a little company, you took care of your male needs, and that's it. But you don't have to, I wonder if she's wifey material. You're 21 years old. Do you want to believe anybody? If you're going to believe anybody, believe me, because I was a complete moron at your age. A complete moron. Not that I'm still, like that I'm not a moron now sometimes, but I am. But for the most part, I try to, use this head and not the one down there. Okay? And I think you're probably using that little thing or big thing, whatever you got down there. But anyway, that's all I got. Okay? So, yeah. Have a nice week. Have a nice day. Have a nice life. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok đi là jerk and my.